Hello guys, hope you are doing good. This is your boy once again, Johnny the Day. Welcome to our podcast that is Know Your Guest, episode 2. But before that, I have my co-host right here. I let her introduce herself to you.
The best co-host in East and Central Africa, I'm Emma Sams. And today we have an amazing guest for you.
Kabisa.
And an amazing show lineup. So please be sure to tune in.
But before that, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Newsline Media TV, so that we can grow together, guys. So, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I want you to tell us more about you. Yeah.
My name is Henry Kenyo. I'm director at Ruto. I double up as the chief strategy officer.
Yeah.
Where we're focusing on the long-term strategy growth of the company.
Wow, you have said you are director. So, how do you feel being a director at this young age?
Well, it's a dream come true, I tell you that for sure. I've always wanted to be in the real estate industry, settling people and providing investment opportunities to everybody, whether in the diaspora or in the local.
But when we are stating that question, being a young person coming up with Permapro Realty, that is a company, it's very hectic. So how did you come up with this? How did you face the challenges?
Luckily, I didn't have to do it alone. There are other two directors that we have had that dream way back since COVID, and they helped us navigate to come up with the company, and here we are now.
So would you be open to tell us what plans do you have for us as you look forward to probably being connected with someone who wants to be connected to getting a home or a piece of land? What future plans do you have for us?
Well, we already have a few projects that we have lined up. Our prime property here in Juja is called the US Delight Garden. It is a 10-acre parcel in a gated community. The properties are subdivided in 8 and they are ready to buy and build. Conversely, we have another project in Joska that we're going to announce pretty soon. Well, it might come sooner than the Valentine's Day. Yeah. But I think we will see about it. We have very affordable projects in Matu that we are only selling for 249,000 Kenyan shillings, and which we are looking to sell to our target market, whom are the youth people and the young millennials.
Wow.
Those are kids.
That's a very fair price of 250,000. That's even I can afford it. So after this, I will see you now. In Kenya, the government of Kenya, and the Ministry of Agriculture, there are those lands which are set aside, which have not been utilized. How do you think the government wanting to utilize these agricultural lands to commercial lands can affect the country?
Well, I would personally think that we need to farm up on the regulation. We're having an explosive population that is coming up in the urban areas, and having the designated agricultural lands converted to commercial estate really affecting us. And we have been seeing this during the seasons where people are struggling to buy foodstuff. And I would really think it would be great for the ministry to farm up on the regulations and people to be a bit, conversant so that we can have the properties.
Okay.
So I did know, actually you've made me know something new right now. I didn't know that affects the market prices of food. So I guess I'm discovering this now. So if I may ask, are there any affordable payment plans, or I'm just supposed to give the whole amount deposit if I'm interested?
Well, I'm in the marketing department mostly. I would appreciate when you pay cash. However, we do have plans where somebody can pay a deposit, a minimum of 30% of the value of the property, and we can make a payment schedule. Mostly we are doing a 6-month payment schedule, but we're also able to be flexible and accommodate any client that is coming to us.
Well, that is about the amount of payment.
Yes.
And for example, if I need it urgently, can I pay the half of the amount? For example, let's say 50%, and obtain that land or that property, and then pay later.
Well, what we do, if you pay 50%, we will have an agreement first. And we will make a schedule and we will tell you a specific amount of days that will take for you to get that title. But if you need to use it immediately, 50% is a good show of commitment. But we check every order, we treat every order in its own category. So you tell me, I need this property right now, and then you handle it in that regard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now you know there is a lot of corruption in our country. For example, a person comes says, I'm very genuine, I can pay it on time, and I'm offering you 60% of the pay, 60% of the payment. Have you ever met an instant that a case whereby person paid, then you utilize the land, then he never paid you back, you started that pulling here and there?
Well, numerous times, of course. That will happen to everybody, whether willing or not willing. And struggling to pay off the balance, finding and they have already put up a structure. Well, it's always good to engage friends and maybe other financing options to see if you can complete, because we want you to own the property.
Yeah.
And we want you to continue doing whatever you wanted to do, whether it's farming, whether it's putting up apartments. But now that you're struggling, we have to find a solution for that. And selling off your property is the last option that we do. So we have to check and exhaust every other avenue that is there to guarantee you that you enjoy your property as you had initially intended to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about such cases, and definitely no one should end up there. The mode you're taking to handle the situation, it's quite cordial. Yeah. I'd also like to know, we'd like to know, which mistakes do you think people are making in the industry, and how are you guys avoiding it?
Well, do you mean the sellers or the buyers?
Either.
Either.
Yeah.
Well, we encourage our buyers to do their own due diligence. We give you unfettered access to all the documents that you might need for you to get the title and to certify that we own the property. So we encourage you to have a lawyer who will advise you on the processes of getting a property. But our process of getting the property from showing interest to getting a title are very clear and very easy. Step one, you show interest, you come to our office, we take you to the site, whether you like it. If you like it, then we do make an agreement, whether you have to sign in with your witness, most likely a lawyer. Then we make the payment schedule, and then we give you the title. Easy as that. But the challenge of people doing the due diligence, we really encourage people to heavily do it.
Now, also stating that, what are the most common obstacles obstacles you encounter when showing a client commercial space?
Well, there are not as many commercial space that need to be utilized instantly. Or if there are, the market rate, the value might be a bit high. And so mostly I would say it's on the financing aspect. But I'm very glad that a lot of banks are coming up with so many ways of financing property acquisition for the clients. Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. Also, if I ask you, is the government, because of the global trade that is in the trading, there is in fluctuation, there is of pricing, has it affected you?
Well, this is one of the strong points of having a property. The market in real estate has been growing steadily. You have seen the fluctuation during the COVID, the 2008 downturn, and but the pricing for our properties has been very consistent. I'll give you a good example of the GS Delight in Thika. 10 years ago, that is 2014, 2015, the property value compared to this time is 3 times the price. So it has consistently been growing and appreciating in leaps and bounds. Fun fact, Juja is the most appreciating satellite town in the country currently. So you better hurry up and get the property.
We shall.
How do you measure the success of a strategy before and after implementation?
Well, the results speaks for themselves. That's a given. But we also like to encourage people and check the processes and make sure that everybody we use during the process is satisfied. Whether we are acquiring a property from the initial seller, we have to make sure that we meet the whole extended family and they are comfortable selling it. We go to the administratives and make sure that whatever they are telling us is accurate. And as we buy the property, so we can share the same assurances to our clients as well. Yes.
Now, I ask you, what are the most challenges which you see as Farmer Pro Realty Limited Company coming up, and you are ready to face it? The most common challenge which is coming up very fast in the real estate area.
Well, you need to have a trustworthy team. And I don't think it's not a problem currently, thank God. But we're finding it in a lot of companies out there. We're finding some rogue people selling, doing double allocation for properties. But we're thankful that our team is very truthful, and we have to step on it. And we encourage people to make sure that you're dealing with straight people before you go out there to the clients, and to enhance that perception out there in the market with realtors. Yes.
Wow, that's nice. But for example, let's take this example. I've started selling lands for the people on my property, and there are two clients there who want to purchase. You have your company, I have my company. You have fair price of 250,000. I have mine of 300,000 Kenyan shillings. And those two clients want to purchase my property because I'm being open to them. I'm giving them all the regulations, but deep down, I'm calling them. But you are very fair people who are giving them, you are hoping you're giving them title deed, which are very, that ends with the line of Agriculture, Minister of Agriculture. Have you ever met this challenge whereby now you have that company, that real estate company, and the other one here, but people are referring to the other one?
Oh yeah, that's a very hot question. I would not like to step toes. As I said, we encourage our people to do their due diligence, and that encompasses all that aspects. You need to find out the kind of property you're being sold for, whether it's agricultural, whether it's residential, or whether it's commercial. And from that, we trust that our clients will make an educated decision while buying the property. In our case at Farmer Pro, we are open from the word go, because we believe the client is making the decision, the right decision, whether they want to put a business or to stay in that place. So we just clear from the word go, and we encourage everybody else in the sector to do that as well.
Oh.
Yeah.